Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a very crucial issue to our community, and that is unemployment. A lot of people have the misconception that unemployment only affects low-income people and businesses, employers. This is not true. A higher unemployment rate means a higher poverty rate. This means that more and more people are taking advantage of tax-paid welfare systems, and with a higher poverty rate comes a higher crime rate. So it really is an issue for the entire community. Taos County currently has a 10% unemployment rate. That is double the national average. So 1 in 10 people between the ages of 18 and 62 in Taos County are unemployed. This leaves hundreds of local families living in poverty. There are plenty of jobs available because we have had constant economic growth, 24% in the last 10 years, but people just aren't taking advantage of those jobs, which leaves employers and employees suffering. Employers are short-staffed, and employees just don't have the resources or the knowledge to know about these jobs and to go out and find them. I believe that a qualified job training center would act as a resource for both employers and employees. Current programs exist as a way for people to collect unemployment benefits and welfare rather than provide training and job opportunities. So we do have a New Mexico Works Center in Taos, but people really only go there to take the qualifying class to collect unemployment insurance. No one uses it for anything else. And that's because the center isn't attractive, it doesn't have modern resources for resume building and job hunting, and it's not modern. So people aren't going there to look for jobs because it doesn't appear to be a center that could provide any, and really it has not provided jobs or job resources for the community. So the new center would be attractive, it would have modern resources, and it would provide training and professionalism and work ethic. So there are costs associated with rebuilding this center. Computers and internet would obviously need to be provided. We live in a data-driven world, and during this modern time, we need computers and internet in order to find work. The work center should also be an accessible location along the bus route. So there's one bus route in Taos, and it goes along the main road and up to the hospital. A lot of low-income families rely on that one route to get to and from work. Also, a website would need to be designed in order to allow employers to post jobs for job seekers to review. So this is where it would be a resource for businesses as well. When they had a job available, they would be able to directly forecast it to people that are actively seeking work. Rather than posting in a newspaper where everybody reads it, not necessarily those just looking for a job. We would need 3 employees to begin with, a secretary, a trainer, and a custodian. The secretary would be there to answer questions and phone calls from employers and potential employees, a trainer to help with resume building and to teach classes on professionalism and work ethic, and a custodian, obviously, to maintain the building. The cost of 10 new computers would be approximately $12,000, so this is at $1,200 a piece. It's actually pretty reasonable, and it would include vital software such as Microsoft Office in order to build resumes. The cost of high-speed internet in Taos is $80 a month. That's $960 annually, also non-negotiable. Building cost in Taos varies greatly, so it would be my proposal that at first the town of Taos donate the space of one of the many, many empty buildings on the plaza that have been sitting unrented for years now. It's prime retail space, I know, but it is also right along that bus route that would allow employees to get to and from the center. Those spaces have sat empty for a long time and they could be put to use. Each full-time employee, so the custodian, the secretary, and the trainer, should be paid $36,000 a year to provide a living wage. We don't want to portray the idea that we think that employers can pay their employees less than living wage by paying less than that ourselves. The website would cost $3,000 to build and design, and upkeep would be negotiable with the designer. So in total, the budget would be about $123,960 a year, including the salary of 3 full-time employees. So we are providing jobs. The majority of that money would be provided by taxpayers, but remember that we are looking at putting a huge number of people back into the workforce that would pay taxes. So if we cut unemployment down by half, that's 5% more people paying taxes, and it would certainly offset the $123,000 that the center would cost. Also, it may be time to reconsider the amount of money that is spent on town aesthetics. These exist to please tourists, but do nothing for locals. More money needs to be invested in the health and welfare of the local community and less in aesthetics for tourists. So in conclusion, a job center would help to stimulate economic growth and resolve the issues of poverty in Taos County. Current centers have been failing at actually placing employees in jobs. This one would not. While some money is required, it is the overall economic health of the community in the long run that will offset the costs of the center. Thank you.